A woman booked herself first class and her son economy, but their entire scam was exposed in front of everyone. The woman had been planning this seat grab since she booked her tickets 3 weeks ago. She deliberately purchased one first class ticket for herself and an economy ticket for her son. But really, Diane had read about this technique in her mommy Facebook group. Book economy for the kid, then guilt someone into switching. You save $4,000 and still get both seats up front. Her friend Louise had done it on 3 different flights. Works every time, Louise had posted. Just pick someone traveling alone and make them feel like a monster for not helping a child. Diane had even practiced her speech in the mirror, perfecting the exact quiver in her voice when she'd mention her son's anxiety. The flight from Miami to Seattle was full. Diane boarded first with her son Aiden, who was 12, but she told the gate agent he was 8 to get early boarding. She settled into 2A while scanning first class for her target. That's when she saw me in 3B. Traveling alone, working on my laptop, no wedding ring, perfect. She sent Aiden to the economy with clear instructions. Count to 300, then come back crying. Tell them you're scared and alone. Aiden had protested that he was fine with the economy, that he had his switch and snacks, but Diane grabbed his shoulder. Do you want to fly first class or not? This is how we get nice things. Be smart about it. 5 minutes after takeoff, Aiden appeared in first class with fake tears that Diane had made him practice. Mommy, I'm scared back there. All those strangers, please let me sit with you. Diane immediately stood up and looked directly at me. Excuse me, but my son has severe anxiety. He needs to sit with me. Would you mind switching to his economy seat so he can have yours? I looked up from my laptop. I paid for this specific seat. It's a business trip. Diane's voice got louder so other passengers could hear. Are you really going to make a child sit alone and terrified for 5 hours? What kind of person does that? The man in 2B looked uncomfortable. The woman across the aisle was watching. Diane had created her audience. My son is 8 years old. She lied. He's never flown alone. I thought he could handle it, but clearly he can't. You're an adult. You can handle the economy. I pointed out the obvious. If you knew he had anxiety, why didn't you book seats together? Diane had her answer ready. The airline made a mistake. They promised to seat us together, but then separated us. It's not our fault. Please, just be a decent human being. Help a mother and child. The flight attendant, Sandra, came over. What seems to be the issue? This woman won't give up her seat for my baby, Diane announced. He's 8 and scared, and she doesn't even care. Sandra looked at Aiden, who was nearly as tall as she was. She pulled out her tablet. Can I see boarding passes, please? I showed mine on my phone. Diane huffed and pulled out her phone, showing her first class ticket. Sandra looked at Aiden. And yours, young man? He pulled out the crumpled economy boarding pass. Sandra studied her tablet for a long moment. Mrs. Randolph, it shows here you purchased these tickets separately, 3 weeks apart. The first class ticket was bought with miles. The economy ticket was a basic economy fare purchased yesterday. Diane's face went red. The timing doesn't matter. My son needs to sit with me. Sandra kept reading. It also shows you selected seats during booking. You specifically chose 2A for yourself and 32E for your son. You confirmed these selections. That was a mistake, Diane insisted. I meant to choose seats together. Sandra turned to Aiden. How old are you? 8, he said quietly. Sandra smiled. The birthday on this booking says you turned 12 last month. That makes you an unaccompanied minor only if you're flying alone, which you're not since your mother is on the plane. Diane grabbed Sandra's arm. Listen, I'm a platinum member. I fly this airline constantly. I deserve respect and accommodation. Sandra removed Diane's hand. Ma'am, attempting to fraudulently claim your child is younger for boarding privileges is against federal aviation regulations. Moreover, attempting to coerce another passenger to give up their purchased seat through false claims is harassment. But he needs to sit with me. He has anxiety. Sandra pulled up another screen. According to your booking, you didn't purchase an unaccompanied minor service, didn't note any medical conditions, and didn't request adjacent seating. In fact, you specifically declined to pay the $40 fee for seat selection that would have guaranteed seats together. Diane was getting desperate. Full story on channel. Link below.